Hello everyone, thank you for watching IEI Live. We're going to talk more about Mustang-200. However, we are going to focus on the applications and software. For today's presentation, we break it down to 3 sessions. For the first session, we have Alfred here from QNAP with us. Alfred.
Yes.
What are you going to show our audience and what is your role at QNAP?
Okay, hello everyone. I'm a product manager of the QNAP. I'm mainly focused on the virtualization solution. And this time, I would like to show you the software solution is called QTS Lite, which is running on top of the Mustang-200. And then I will introduce how the QTS Lite can help you to develop your software service on top of the Mustang-200.
Okay, so coming up next, Alfred is going to tell you what exactly QTS Lite is.
Okay. So before we're talking about QTS Lite, then could you help to briefly what is Mustang-200?
Okay, yeah, sure. From our last episode, we talked about virtualization station and container stations, and those are easily developed by our customers, by our audience, just like you today. And then you can develop those into the, say, artificial intelligence, transcoding, which is one of the major reasons we developed Mustang-200, and facial recognition.
Yeah, sounds great. So okay, so let's see what the QTS Lite is. So we can see the QTS Lite, actually we can treat that as the operating system. In this operating system is web-based, so we have a very easy to use the web UI, and then you can just connect our QTS Lite via the web browser. And the most important thing is that we provide the virtualization solution, including the virtualization station and also container station, which is running the VM and containers. I will introduce that later. And besides that, in this QTS Lite, another important thing is about data security. So in this QTS Lite, I will also introduce some of the data security which we provide for those data. Yeah. So, okay, let's going to see what is the virtualization station and the container station. The virtualization station allows the customer to install such as Windows, Linux, those operating system running on the QTS Lite. And it's more secure, it's isolated computing environment, especially for the certain purpose. And on the other hand, we also provide lightweight, the virtualization is called container. And in the container station, we support the Linux container, which is XC, and also Docker container, which is the lightweight service, especially for the Linux-based microservice. So why we provide those 2 different approaches to the virtualization? This is because we want to provide a comprehensive, especially for the VM purpose or the container purpose. So what's the difference between of them? Let's see. In the system architecture, the left illustration is about the virtual machine. So we can see the hardware is Mustang-200, and the host OS is our QTS Lite. So based on this, when the customer install the virtualization station, you can create a virtual machine, which is a standalone system. You can choose Windows or Linux, and then running its file system, and then running the application on top of that. It's a standalone. It's more isolated and more secure. However, if you are looking for the container service, okay, this is the right illustration. Actually, container is shared host kernels, so which means you can efficiently to running service as a container. It will be more faster and also flexible when you want to cross-platform use that. So I just prepared a comparison table about the VM and the container. So it's very easy to see that if you are going to see to build a Windows OS environment, then you can use the virtual machine. And if you're going to have a Linux OS, you can go for the LXC or the virtual machine. And if you are talking about Linux-based applications, and then you can also choose the Docker. So for the hardware resources, we can see for the VM, it will be medium because they need to run in a whole operating system. But if you go for container service, it will be require lower because it's just running the service because they share the host kernel.
Okay, okay. That's about virtualization station and container station.
Yes. Yeah.
One is identical to your, let's say, existing operating system. The other one is lighter, smaller footprint.
Yeah. And also for the container, actually is based on the Linux. So let's say the QTS Lite actually is a Linux embedded system. So if you want to run in kind of a Linux-based applications, I would say the Docker would be a good choice because it's lightweight. And then, for example, when we want to boot up the service, maybe just code 2 or 3 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot faster.
Yeah, so faster.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go into see the details about the virtualization station and the container station.
Okay.
So how the customer can use the virtualization station? Actually, we already have tested several OS types. For example, the Windows Server or the Windows Client. For the customer, you just need to prepare the OS images to Mustang-200 storage, and you can create a VM based on that ISO images. Okay. Well, if you are going to use the container station, actually we already prepared some well-tested Linux distribution and also applications such as the MongoDB or like the MySQL kind of that service. If you want to build up your application service, you can just use those containers ready there. And after you create those virtualization environment, maybe you will ask how I can access that to the service. So for the VM, actually we build in the HTML5 compatible web browsers. So that means you can just use your client's web browser such as the Chrome or the Firefox. It's very easy to connect the VM console. You can operate that in the web browser. And also, if you have preferred the remote connection utilities, such as VNC, you can also use those utilities to connect the VM console. And besides that, if you are going to use the Windows, and then the Windows Terminal Service or RMDP, it will be good for connect that. And then the others, such as the Spice Client, TeamViewer, Splashtop, kind of very famous or common utilities on the market, you can also use that to connect VM console. And besides the VM, how about the containers? Okay, so for some of the developers, they may have access containers without a GUI. So that means we also provided like a command line interface. So if they let the service without any GUI, and then the developer still can use the command line to operate the system. And the other hand, we also provide web services just like a VM. So if the container service has a web kind of Apache kind of that service, and then you can just use the web browser to see that.
So that can also be web-based.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, depends on
Depends on so wherever you are, you can just log on to that and access to your virtualization machine.
Yes.
Okay, that's very, very convenient. Wherever you are, you just log on to that. It's really an idea.
Yeah, so this is why we have a comprehensive virtualization solution. So the next part, I'm going to show you running those virtualization solution in the QTS Lite. This is not talking about platform service, but also some data security. So the next slide, okay, as you can see now, this is about data security. In the QTS Lite, we provide 6 layers protection, including the network environment, account security, communication encryption, and data encryption, and also antivirus, and followed by the connection security and system notification. I will just go through every part so that you know what the QTS Lite can do for you. So the first thing is about connection management. As you know, this is a web service, so the user has to log in first based on the user permission. So can you imagine that if this is someone is trying to connect you or not, and then you don't know who they is or who they are or what he wants to try your password. So in this situation, you can have a blacklist. to black this IP to try your NAS. This is about connection management. And also we have two-step authentication. So that means if you are using a mobile phone, you can install like a Google authentication, and then they will generate the 6-digit password so that you access this QTS Lite is more secure. Okay. Yeah. And the next one is about the network communication encryption. So whatever the service running on top of the QTS Lite, we do support SSL connectivity and also SSH encryption. Yeah. And besides that, if you already have a data in the QTS Lite, and we do support like hard drive encryption. So if we're talking about a storage pool or the storage volume, it can be encrypted with the military level services such as the ASNA encryption. And also if we're talking about a folder, this folder can be also given a password to encrypt. Okay. So in the worst case, if your Mustang-200 was stolen, and then the data still keep it there and encrypted. Okay. Okay. So you won't be afraid of this data leak at all. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And also, as you know, right now everywhere just have the security issue about the virus. So we also think about this part, and then we build in the antivirus protection, which we use the QNAP. And this service can defend against the latest virus and also malware or worms, and even some Trojan horses, this kind of threats. And also this is free, so that means we support update the database for of the virus. Yeah. And also we may have to think about if the system has some alert or some notification, how I can know that. Okay, based on this concern, we also provided receive systems events. So that means we can set up like email as the service to send out an email for the notification, and also mobile phone SMS, and even the push notification for the browsers, which you already you always online and to see the browser, and you get the notification from the QTS Lite. Okay. Yeah, when the system has some alert or error. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And also talking about the connection security. This is about private network. It's a VPN service. Actually, in the QTS Lite, we do support the VPN server and the client together. So that means you can treat the QTS Lite as a VPN server, and also you can use that as a VPN client to connect the others VPN servers. And we do support the many protocols such as BTP, OpenVPN, and also L2TP, IPsec, kind of that. Okay. Yeah. So this is about all the 6-layer protections. So let's see, quickly recap what we have today. So in the beginning, we say the QTS Lite provides a platform service, which is including a virtualization station and also container station. You can use the service to run your already running the solution. So you can move those solutions into either virtual machines or the containers. And besides that, actually in the QTS Lite, we have our own software development kit. So that means if you are interested in the QTS Lite and you want to have your own application running on the QTS Lite, and then we do also provide a SDK for that. Okay, for further development. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So if you want to do kind of this development, we already prepare a variety of the SDK document. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is for our service for those developers which they want to run some application service on top of the Mustang-200. I think a QTS Lite is not only about the platform service, but also the platform for the developers. Okay, thank you very much, Alfred. Yeah. I think Alfred covered about QTS Lite, and then that allows you to run virtualization station and container station. And then for data security, we have our own encryptions as well. So you can access everything
through your web browser or even from your phone. That's very convenient wherever you go. You can just log onto it on the website or just receive messages from your phone as well. So thank you, Alfred, again. And then coming up next, we're going to have Ian to talk about transcoding. Hello everyone, here comes the session 2. I just realized we only have 2 sessions today. However, we have Ian here with us.
Hi, hello everyone.
Okay, he's in charge of the software development of Mustang-200. From last episode, transcoding is one of the major features that we designed Mustang-200 for. And transcoding is a building function. To simplify this, Ian will walk you through all the process to build the app. So, Ian, would you like to take over from here?
Okay, thank you, Danny. And the first page is we will choose. This is a Mustang-200 for the transcoding video. And the first page, I have add topic. And at the topic for first one, the topic 1 is a web application. This dashboard will show some pictures. Then you have some idea about what is our application. And the second is the software architecture. The software architecture is our design flow chart. How is the system working, communication between the Mustang-200 with our host server. And the other is topic 3 to the 6. It's let you know how our host server and the web application installation step and how to verify our API work properly. And last one is the demo. I will spend more time to demo our web applications, and it will be help you to understand when you get the Mustang-200 and what the features are already provided to you. Okay, the next one.
Okay, this one is getting interesting because what is control panel actually? Because I heard so much about it, and then the thing is, are you going to show us about it? And then the most important thing is something that's customizable.
Sure. Okay, I will show you the first page. This is some picture for the user have an idea. So our control panel application that is can be customized. Mm-hmm. So when you get file from the GitHub, and then you can develop it yourself. This is all of that is free to use. Mm-hmm. And so I'll come back to our control panel. Our control panel, you can see the CPU usage, GPU usage, and the temperature, and also we have the memory usage on that. And so we provide a lot of information in this, and then I will to demo and to show you how is it working.
So this is system, I'll say critical system information that's going to be all on control panel, right?
Yeah, sure. Okay. We will keep it simple to let the user to use that and convenient to build on inside.
Okay, just log on to the control panel.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's convenient.
Okay, next page is our car info page. Mm-hmm. So this is a car info page. You can see our transcoding list, and also you can watch the movie and to add the new task. Okay, and the other things is we have the port setting. Port setting you can change the port to forwarding to the outside internet. So we already done for the customer. This is very convenient. Mm-hmm. And also I will demo that again.
Okay.
And this page is how to add the task page. So this is a core component of the transcoding process. In this page, you can configure the transcoding option according to your need. So we have 3 different task type. We have the VOD, and we have the live to live, and the file to file transcoding option. Mm-hmm. And also show your input video source information on this page. You can see the video bitrate and the resolution, FPS, and the size and duration.
Okay.
This is the input source. And this page is a log search. Log search page, we also provide the history, like the history. You can use a filter to filter the log, not just all of the log given to you. Okay. So we have a function help you to search that, and all the history data we put in our database.
Okay.
So if you want to modify that, also you can create your own database. You can use our web applications and to connect to our MySQLite. Also, you can create your database your own. Don't need to follow us. You can have yours. That's why our web application is open source for each one to use.
Okay.
Okay, and this page is our software architecture.
Okay, this one looks very complicated to me, but it looks like block diagram, but for a software version. So what does this picture actually tell us? Can you tell us more about it?
Sure. This is our software architecture, and our Mustang-200 transcoding software built up all source code technologies. We study a lot about the FMPEG, GStreamer documents, and think about how let user and customer easy to use that. No need to know what is the FFmpeg command, how to do the video transcoding, use the GPU, how to streaming the video to the NGX server, cloud, any device, and how to integration with the video transcoding protocol like the RTMP and our HLS, MPEG dash, so on. Also message server. This is to handle the multi-car and error message. So you also can to develop yours to connect with our FAYE, FAE message server. So we also provide that to the customer. And most of our communication between the components is based on the HTTP protocol. It reduces tight company between the components.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more easy to use. Don't need to maybe our host and our host SDK with our Mustang-200. How to easy to communication with our RESTful API. So you can see it's very complicated. But for the most user maybe and the customer, they don't want to know so much detail. They just want to use mouse and click, then start video transcoding streaming task. So that's why the software engineer do so much job for the customer.
Okay, so we pretty much just make life easier. So we provide SDK and API to our customer to be ready to use.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Because I think the programmer should be let the world become more convenient. So for the customer, they can to focus on their application and how to use our application in their business.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, next page is host server SDK. And also, this is transcoding host SDK contain two sub-modules. One is the API, one is our application. API is a developer can to leverage this API to the developer their own application. API can to the customer application use the layers. And the application, we already provide our web application console for the customer. So they also can just directly to use our default application to carry out the transcoding job. So our host SDK have a capability to manage the multi-cards. So this page, you can use you can develop your own web application to connect to our API, or you can directly use our web applications.
Okay,
that's
so
our webcam. Yeah,
that's something like we just said about web-based. They can just develop themselves and then log on to that through a web page.
Yeah, we based on the HTTP, so let's use the HTTP and web base to develop our web application.
Yeah.
And just like the PowerPoint say, this SDK code is open to everyone.
Okay.
So every developer are free to modify and to use. This is the host server API, and Mustang-200 RESTful API allow to easily to develop and integrate to your own customer applications. And use the API, you can do the configuration management and monitor through our HTTP request. So and also IEI provided more detailed document for the APIs, so you can download from the GitHub. We also put our API document in the GitHub.
Okay.
And we also already optimize our APIs to improve the transcoding process. Let's meet we've done almost the complicated job. So use the API, you can easily to transcoding one video coming, and we can transcode in for different resolution video output. So how to optimize this, we already done and provide user our API. So that's why we want to use the API to provide to the customer to use. And how is the API? It's very simply to use. When you saw our document, let's is that you just use a Postman, this tool to communication with our host server API. And when you use the GET to our CG info, then it will return the GPU, CPU, and GM. This is GM is the other limiter, the GPU limiter value. So you can see we will return the data, and you can easily to get the data and put it in your applications. And also I will show you later how to use that. And our default control panel application, that is based on React.js and HTML5. This is will be our host Mustang-200, that is web service. And also we developed based on our RESTful API. And the other is our Webpack. Webpack is open source and JavaScript module bundling. And when you are developing our React.js, you can easily to use a Webpack. That is will help you to online debug. You can online to programming and check the just run that, and our web page, web application will to immediately to change. This is good for development. And in depth for use our application and the layer features, you can check our code. Okay, next page is about the how to installation of host SDK. This is our host server information, our device. Our device is OS is Ubuntu 16.10, and our host server hardware, that is the CPU is Core i5, and the memory is 16 GB. For how to we have two parts. One is a host server SDK, one is a web applications. So this first part is a host server SDK, and host server SDK include API. Okay. So first step is to download our host SDK from the GitHub, and then you just install the Node.js because we develop based on the Node.js. And third is to run execute the commands npm install. That will be to install the Node module. It's a dependency. So last one is just run our program. It's very easy. So one page I will show you. So okay. This is a download from our host server. You can check the website here. Just use a Google and IEI Mustang video. Okay, here is have a Mustang video transcoding web application, and also we have a transcoding host server. So you can check our host server. Okay, here you can clone or download. You can download, and also you can see we have a reach for README. We already put inside step 1, 2, 3, 4, and after that, and also we have an API. You can click the API to see to see our document API document. Okay, we come back to a document, and the second step, just install the Node.js, and we also provide a command to the user. You just follow our step and download the Node.js and install it. The third, after install, just change it to our source code folder. Change the folder and run execute the command, the sudo npm install. So each command you should be use root permission. The step 4 is more easy. Just go to our source code folder, root folder directly, and run the follow command. Okay, I will run right now. So Erica, could you switch that? Okay, this is after all of that is installed. So we can run our programs is just node. Okay. Node and mvt host. That's it. No. Okay, right now we run our programs, and you will see our system is running. And open the browser because locally, so you just click that and use a local IP address. And our port is 9453. Okay. This is oh. Okay, it's coming.
This is the control panel we were talking about.
Yeah, this is the control panel itself. We already built in our control panel in the host SDK.
Okay.
So if you want to develop yourself, you can install our host web applications. So later I will show you how to install that. And when your system is started in our host server, I can remotely connect to there. So I don't need to use a Ubuntu keyboard and everything again. I just use my laptop to remote connect to use the SSH to connect to our host server.
Is that KVM?
Something like that. We just remote command the terminal.
Okay.
Use a terminal to communication with my host. So Eric can use switch to my PowerPoint. Okay, the step 4 we already finished. So I can to show you with later we will to use IP address, the host. So this IP address 106. It's our host server SDK. Let's run in user Ubuntu. Okay. Okay, after that is we will do start a web application installation and demo on that. Okay, first you should be do the same thing to download from our GitHub. So our GitHub also provide the video transcoding web application. And step 2, because we are developing on the user React.js, we need to use the npm module. So you need to download the Node.js. It's more convenient because the Node.js, new Node.js module tool, they already have the npm tool inside. So step 3, you can run the development node mode to develop PC, just like my laptop. So I will show you how to download and to install that. Okay, to change the setting. Step 4, just copy from after you develop complete, and you can copy our folder, public folder to the host target server, and then they will deploy the same environment. Okay, so I open that to we can step 1 is send to go to our web applications. Download the file, and we can easily to download. Okay. After download the step 2, you need to install the nodes because my laptop already installed that to save the time that user to know. It's not very difficult. Okay. Step 3, we need to modify the set file, and then you can just start to develop. So come back to that. Okay, I was already download that. Project. Okay, let's do that. Unzip first. And then go to the folder. Okay, run as cmd. Change your folder. And same thing, you need to run the npm install to install the module. Because our source code is not included node module, that is the size too big, and sometimes install the node module on your laptop to run the npm install is better to the core dependency.
How long will this installation take usually?
Usually it's maybe 1 minute. 1 minute, and after 2 minutes it will be quickly to finish that. So we can check. Okay. So after the npm install, we can create a project, and I use Atom. This is a tool, editor tool. We will take some time to show you that. Okay. So I need to create a project. Project folder and to go to the Mustang-200. Okay. This is our source code. So you can go to the source and JavaScript, the configuration here. So first, if you want to develop in your laptop, you need to change to false to true. And then the IP address, I just tell you about the IP address is 192. And 6. Okay, and save it. So we can go back to my here. So the last step is just run. Execute the npm run develop mode. After that, you can open your browser. This is a host server IP, so I can run with my IP address localhost. My localhost, and then the port is 8080. So you can see that. So right now I can start to programming to develop myself. So first start, we just easily change some. Then it's okay for you. We can change the component, and we have the layout. So layout, we have the sidebar menu. Okay, we can see. Okay, we change the log to the That is okay here. So we change the history. So you will to see what we are changing as the recompiling. Okay, right now here, okay, you can develop. You can see that our wave is changed to the history. Before that, it's log, and right now we can develop. So our source code is working.
Okay.
So you can check the other IP address. This is our host, right? Here is log. So this is our host server, and this is your laptop we are developing. So after that, just to run the step 4. We can check out step 4. Step 4 is just copy the folder to our host server, and then let's finish to deploy that. Okay. So the future brief, I think I just demo more let you know our the VOD and the live to live and file to file transcoding. Or otherwise it's not good enough for our user to understand, because we are exciting to show our applications for the customer. Okay, I open again. Okay, what we have in our web applications. So the overview we can check again. We have 2 cars, and each car has 2 CPU. Here have a CPU usage and GPU usage. Right now we didn't run any task, so right now GPU usage is 0. And you can see that our bandwidth is not spent a lot, and we can start to demo some. Overview have information, and you can click here. There is no task yet, so we can here to create. Also, just directly to jump to this page to add a task. So first demo, I try to introduce our VOD application. So VOD, and we can choose select the file. This is your Ubuntu system, so you can check the file. We put it in the home, and username is the test. Desktop, we have our video file. Okay, we can show the 4K transcoding to the TMP X.64 high level. Okay, click the next. We can add the different resolution to at the same time. You can add the others, and okay, once the other resolution. You can change the frame rate and also the QP, or use the bitrate, depending on you. Okay. So maybe we can add more to scale it up to 2K.
Okay. Is that where you can schedule transcoding as well?
Right now, if a customer wants to have a schedule, they can use our API and develop themselves, and scheduling, put it inside, and which time you want to start the transcoding, which file you want to do the input source.
Okay.
So you can use our API to finish that. And we also have some API already have the schedule, but we are not to develop on our web application right now. But still you can use. We have the API. Okay, we are start transcoding, maybe transcoding, scaling up to 4K, because our input is 4K. make sure it's fine. Okay, this is 4K video.
Okay.
Okay, and click start. Okay, CPU is running and GPU starts to running our application, and you can see let's quickly going very quick. And also you can check the video information. Right now you can copy the UI log to your player or directly use our video player. So
Okay.
this is sorry, 1080p for video.
Okay.
So we can click open. You
Oh,
can
that's
see this.
ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a link? That's something you can say upload to YouTube.
Yeah, this is you just if you have a YouTube account, you want to do
Okay.
the live streaming, you just copy the link, and then use because YouTube provide the key, so you have the key and the UI log, you can stream it to YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to develop streaming to Facebook, also you can do the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is our VOD and quickly to create and streaming to the others. Okay, and also you can check. We use one input for the different resolution output. So this is our VOD, and after that you also can to terminate. If you think that this video is not good enough, you want to change the other video to streaming. Okay, just click the terminate, and terminate that. Our GPU is going back.
Okay.
Okay. So right now we can try to use live to live. So how to demo the live to live? We can use OBS. Okay, this is OBS, and I need to create a live streaming. Maybe I can change the others to demo. Okay. Okay, I did a task to do the live to live streaming, because streaming need to have the name, so I key in my name, and next it's RTMP, also H.264. You can change any labels, video profile.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe we just create one is enough, or we want to add more. Okay, and we can have the other low resolution. Okay, after I create, so I can check where is my UI low, and copy the link. Copy the link to. Okay. Right now this is a live input, so you can copy the input with your OBS. So setting. This is input, and key, streaming keys. I use EN channel. So right now we can try to start streaming. Okay, right now you can see the GPU is going on because we streaming to the two output, and the live to live will be using more GPU usage because we need to get the streaming and the transcoding. So our GPU use more usage. Okay, right now we can check. Start to view a video. Okay, and then you will see where am I?
Our studio here.
Yeah. So this is Accelerator, and this is live streaming.
Okay.
Okay, we just keep it like that. And the other is going to show you the the dashboard is here. So CPU ID 2 is running that. Okay, maybe we can try to use the others to in the file to file. Okay, add the task. So file to file. Okay, this is 3 nits and 1.2 gigabyte But because we need to quickly transcoding, that is more efficient. Or otherwise you need to wait the 3 minutes file, input file. If you doesn't check the quick transcode, and we will spend the 3 minutes same time to transcode it. This is if you have a more video want to transcoding at the same time, so you can do slowly one by one, or you want to quickly one file to transcode into the other format quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I only use one file, so I select the quick transcoding, and what kind of format you want to have, NKV, MP4, or the others. Okay, we use NKV, and the label we can transcode into H.264 or H.265, and label also has a date. You can select. Okay, so we transcoding the file 4K video to the 1080p video. This is quicker transcoding. So that is GPU also will be quicker because 4K too scaling down, so that's enough for ROM. If you use the other 4K video transcoding to the HEVC, and that will be our GPU is going very high. So right now we have two Mustang-200 car. Mustang-200 we have 2 cars. And each car has 2 CPUs, so you can easily choose our web application to see that. This is a dashboard, it's more easy to let you understand. And if you want to do more the other applications, you can to see dependent users. So you can log into our QTS slide. We are developed the QTS slide inside. We have the our system. I think that is almost finished. Okay, the job is finished. We come back to the QTS slide. We have our QVH inside. So we have the MVT. This is we develop on the container, Docker container. So if you want to develop your own application, you also can to create yours and to connect to our container and the African GStreamer container. And then you want to you can to use our host server SDK and to communication with our each car have the QTS Lite, and the QTS Lite have our application. So you can develop your application and to connect to our host server, host SDK, and also you can reference our applications to develop your own if you want to add some new function or feature. So we already demo the VOD and the live to live and file to file. This is our major feature for the transcoding, because you want to do so much video transcoding. If you want to use a cloud, you need to pay a lot, because they just help you to they also help you to transcoding. But right now you can use our system. We already, when you buy our Mustang-200, we already provide the application for you. You don't need to connect to streaming to the cloud and help you to transcode into the other resolutions. But right now we already have. So that is our application, and we go into last page. Okay, feature brief. This is our support major codec. We have H.264, H.265, and VP8, VP9. Also, the oldest codec is Epic 2, but right now it's not people to use that. And also the live streaming, we support protocol is RTMP and Apple HLS and WebM. Also Epic Dash, right? Not for the cloud, they are also already doing the same thing. They provide the delivery protocol to the user. We are also have that. So you send a single audio and video streaming to the Mustang-200 to change the stream format into the others file to match your viewer's device and type. So that's like the set-top box or your game console or smartphone. They can receive our streaming video.
Okay.
You just have develop some application to receive our video streaming, and then you can develop a lot about it.
Yeah. So when you said we can use Mustang-200 to do transcoding, and we do it on the edge instead of on the cloud, and then. Well, we talked about YouTube that we can upload. So besides YouTube, are there any other major streaming website that we support? And if we can upload to YouTube, let's say if we put multiple cards together and then to be a server, can we actually run our mini YouTube by using the hardware that we provide?
Yeah, exactly. Right now, if you have a more Mustang-200 car, you can do that.
Okay.
To transcoding like the server, and you can stream it to the cloud, like the AWS or Azure or even the other media server. We can, because our protocol is public. This is a standard. So like the MPEG dash H.264, this is the RTMP, this is the standard. So you can stream each different streaming server. So if you use a lot of Mustang-200 car in our system, you also can deliver the video streaming to the CDN. That will be help you to the log balance. Your video will be can easy to your viewer to see the video.
Okay.
Yeah. And so next page is video transcoding. So Mustang-200 is our application. So this is help you to translate and transcode for we just already discussed it. Yeah. All the video applications. So we are very excited to let you to see what we are doing, because it's not easy to provide so much video applications for the customer. And the codec is we spend a lot of time to read the documentation and how to help the customer, because each customer, they don't want to just the hardware. They ask about this car, how to do that. And our car is when you buy the car, put it in our your host server or even our IEI host server. We already have you to do what you do. What we already have you to do. We install a DHCP server, which you find your IP address, and then we connect each car CPU together. Because the other provider, maybe they just provide you hardware. You don't know how to program use that and how to start.
Okay.
Yeah. So we already provide our SDK and our web service. They can quickly to integration with your business.
Yes, it's very convenient for them, especially our SDK and API are optimized. Okay.
Okay. So next is the last page.
Yeah, that's your. Thank you so much for your presentation. So for Mustang-200, we cover the design of it, we cover the CPU, GPU, and also we cover the applications such as artificial intelligence. One of the most important thing is transcoding. Also, early on that we had a look into the detail of QTS Lite. And then Ian just had a demonstration on how to transcode the videos. So if you have more questions about this product, Mustang-200, leave your comments below. We'll try to get back to you, try to get back to all of you. Thank you for watching IEI Live. This is host Danny. Thank you.
Thank you.